Hello everyone, this is your yarn host Lenny at Zenful Crochet. I got pretty far on my bag that I was making. Last video I joined granny squares with you. Excuse me, throat's so scratchy. So today I wanted to show you how far I got, and I'm just running with this at the top of my head. Just doing it. Excuse me. Well, I do get inspiration online, but this is not a pattern that I was following in any sorts, but it's just a combination of your basic granny squares. So it's from learning the granny squares and putting my own thoughts into it instead of following an actual pattern. I haven't really followed a pattern 100%. I've never really done that. Made a complete pattern of something from a pattern itself. I've always done. I learn how to do it, and I go with what I feel like doing. So this is my newest thing here. I really like it. I didn't think, how would this one turn out on the side here? Because this is going to be a bag. And so here's there are these out there. I've seen 100 of them, But I don't know if the back is like mine. I don't think I've seen a back like mine. I've seen the fronts as one whole piece of a granny square, but, so that's just your typical granny square. Nothing much you could do about that unless you have different stitches you could do on within each stitch on the granny square. That's how my sewing the edges or joining the edges, the granny square edges together turned out. Not too bad. I like it. And then I came up with this little idea here. So let's see how this goes, huh? So basically it is a replica of the center. So I thought that was cute, and I was going to make it smaller, but I thought I wanted to make the bag have some more space in it, so it needs to be that size at least. Could be bigger, could be smaller, but I prefer that one. I'm really happy with how excuse me, the blue looks in here. I'm glad I picked that. So I don't know if everyone's gonna like the colors, but I like them. And it's what I had on hand, so I've been pretty good with working with what I've got on hand. And all the work that I have that got excuse me, that got tangled up, I'm gonna try to salvage that and make a yarn cake out of what's left. I think I could do some of it, but the trick is with yarn is you shake the yarn once it starts getting into that intertwining of the fibers. Just shake it out before it gets too overwhelming, because it will become knots. But if you shake it out in time, I've learned that even yesterday I got through some just by shaking it out. And for this pattern I used this size 6, and for the smaller granny squares, for the stitching up I used a 3.5, I think it was. I'll have to go back on the video and look. I think it was a 3.5 or a 3.0. I also used a 3.0 for this granny square here. So I can work with one with you. Do one granny square, the small one would be cute. So I'll stitch you over here. Good morning. Okay, so yes, bright and early today, 6:30 in the morning. So why not? I'm not tired at the moment. Just gotta It's falling down off my head. Okay, so the first step is well, I started working on the blue part. This is all I got of the blues. I don't think that might be a problem if I'm gonna have to get more of this blue. I think that's not good. Unless I just do a couple on the sides, because I will need this one, and I measured it out. There's going to be 3 here, because it's all, I think it's all even all around. I'm one big even square. So it'd be 3 there, possibly 3 here, and there's 3 here on this side, so that I need 9 of those size of granny squares. In order to just use what I've got, I might just have to like make this the top. Probably have 2 more, 1, 2, 3 more of those, and the rest is gonna have to be all the wine color, burgundy wine, if there's enough of that. I think there should be. It's up in my voice today. Sorry. I took my allergy medicine. It's not kicked in yet. Okay, so yeah, well, I wanted to do that with you guys. So last night I started the process, or did I might have taken it out already before we went to sleep. I don't quite see it here yet. Let's see here. Can't believe it's already November. My birds have been up most of the morning. Plus, this coming Saturday, I think, is my birthday. Yep. I will be 54. Oh, I found it. See? He's right there. With the piece I had started. So small. I'll try keeping that in the yarn bowl for now. So, I'll just do it over for you. Okay, so you make your slip knot. Okay, and then I think I want a longer tail than that. I don't like too short tails. Makes it harder to weave in later. So there's that, and then so you chain 4. So you already got that one. We don't count that one, okay? So 1. Oh, see, it went through the thread. I don't know if you could tell. Slip stitch. I mean, slip knot. So yarn over, pull through that, and you've got 1. Count this one on your hook. Is it? Did we do that? Yeah. No, we don't count that one. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and then we slip stitch into that first one. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't like that. Something's different here. Okay. It's drier weather. I don't know. My lips have been very dry lately, so sorry. They're chapped. So yarn over it. You made your slip knot, so you chain 4. So I think you do count. You don't count the slip knot. So 1. Make it kind of big, not too big. A little loose. 2, 3. And 4, because we need to make it a circle now. We're going to join the first stitch and the last one together by slip stitching. Okay. Alright. tension matters in this because if you get too loose, the space will be too wonky. Okay, you can hardly see the hole when you have the smaller hook, but you just gotta find your way through. Keep going in my face and tickling me. I think I'll turn this off for now. Okay, so we got the beginning part of this granny square going. Okay, you're working yarn. We don't use the tail. So it's going to be a 1, 2, 3, and 4 chains. Oh, excuse me. Here I am thinking of the circle. Oopsie-days, see what my mind does to me. Okay, there we go. I knew it was right the first time. I had thought yarn over, but I didn't yarn over. So yarn over. We gotta find the center. See, we all make mistakes. I can't see it with my fingers, so I'm just gonna poke through with the hook. Don't go through the chains though, just you have to go through the center. So yarn over, pull through that center piece, and then yarn over again. We pull through 2 loops on that hook. Yarn over again. It's a little tighter. Smaller hooks are harder for me at times. I got a piece of the previous piece there. We don't want that. Oh, it's all this. Okay, let's do that again. Okay, ready? We are going to yarn over, insert through the center of that chain, chain circle, ring, pull through like that. Gotta work kind of gently because it's already small enough. You don't want it any tighter. You won't be able to get your work through. We got it looking like that. Now we pull yarn over, go through the last 2 loops, and we end up with 1. So we count this one, we count the chain as we did. Wait a minute. No, I was right. I think it's too early for me. Alright, now I just remembered why I did that chain. See, I'm getting old. Okay, we need to chain 3 here. So 1, 2, I don't know if we count, no, and 3. That's going to be your first double crochet. That's what we count that for. Yarn over, insert into your center, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2. Now how else are we going to learn if our instructor learns with you, right? And makes mistakes too. That's how, like, I think that's the best genuine time to do it. It's when we make mistakes too. Okay, so we now need to yarn over. Yarn over one more time, insert through there, pull up a loop, yarn over, go through those 2, and go through those 2 again. Okay, so this is what we have. This is your first, we call it a shell. I called it a petal before in one of my videos, but it's a shell. So 1, 2, 3. And then we chain 2, yarn over, like so. This will be our second shell that we'll be making for this small granny square. We have that spacer. That's your chain 2 space. Remember that. That's important for later. Well, all of this is important throughout the whole work, but you'll see why chain 2 is important as well. Yarn over, and we make one more petal, one more for that petal to be finished, one more double crochet, like that, go through, then we're going to chain 2 again, 1 and 2, and then we're going to put it through the center. First yarn over into center, pull that through, yarn through. Now we have 3 on our hook, yarn over, pull through those 2, yarn over and pull through those 2. We're left with 1. Okay, it's starting to look like that. You can see it good. I need to zoom in. Well, we'll find out. Okay, now we do another double crochet into the center. I also have videos on, lots of videos on, well, not lots. I have a video that I was doing just for double crochet. If you need to go back and look at it, it's in there somewhere. Because I've done videos on single crochet, double crochet, half double crochet. I think the only one I haven't done yet is the treble crochet. I can't remember if I've done that one or not. I don't think so. This is what we got so far. So we got 1, 2, 3 shells going. And so for the center of this, we need 4 shells, okay? So chain 2, and yarn over, insert through there, the center piece, pull through those 2, yarn over and pull through those 2. And it's good to have the yarn catch, the yarn not to be too big. I mean, you can do any kind of yarn you want, but I have found that it's better to measure with the hook here, so it catches it good, because you'll have trouble with, it will snag the yarn if it's a lot smaller or different, the different type of yarn, different thickness of yarns, and your yarn hook will play a part in that. So okay, into there. See how it kind of went through the fibers, the thread. So I just go back through it again, find the center of that, and make it all straight again. And you don't want those hanging out. I've left those hanging out before, and it doesn't look good in the work. You can see it hanging there. It looks like you can tell it was wrong. Another double crochet. Birds are up bright and early. Okay, so we got 1, chain 2, 2, chain 2, 3, chain 2. Now we're going to do another chain 2. Chain 2. Yarn over, insert through there, the center of that. Now pull through 2. And pull through 2. There we go. Plus, when you're pulling through your work, you want the hook to match the yarn. I was trying to say, because it will slip through the fibers sometimes. Do another, and I'm holding pretty tight for this one, to keep the shape. Not too tight though, is what I'm trying to say. I mean, as you pull through those things, you want it to be a little tight. With chaining and stuff, that was a little bit, you don't need it as tight. And I'm trying to remember here, as my memory fails me, see, I'll just work with you guys on it, because I don't think, even though I've done this hundreds of times. We've got, so just 1, 2, 3 petals in the center. So yeah, we're done. I looked at my previous work here, and there's the very center is 1, 2, 3. To me, it looks like a sand dog almost in the center of those, or starfish or something. But anyway, so we just take that chain 2, and we are going to close it here, the top of the first chain we did. Yarn over, pull through, and we will be closing this one off with a slip stitch. Okay, there's that, and there's the one you just pulled on through that, and that's what you call a slip stitch. Okay, you can use a yarn what do you call it, stitch markers if you want, but I didn't feel like it with these yet. Okay, now we are going to do a whole nother round, because this one called for my pattern I did 2 blues, 2 rounds of blue on these. So we're gonna chain. Oh yeah, for this tip we need to go to here, okay, but we're right here now. What I watched a video on, and I just started doing because I think that it looks cleaner. Slip stitch into these 2, okay? So do 1 slip stitch, and then another slip stitch, if you can get it in there, to reach this end here. I think I just went through the same one. If it doesn't work, I just usually just go directly to the chain 2 space anyway. So it's close enough. They'd like it to get here. I'll try one more time. That's what. So if we go through that piece there, it tends to work. Gently pull through. So now we're at this chain 2 space, and this looks like a square. So we are going to yarn over. Oh wait, nope. This is back at the beginning. We need to chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 3 there. It'll look like that. Okay. Okay, then yarn over, we'd insert into that chain 2 space, pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, and pull through 2 loops, in 1. Now we are going to do that 2 more times, or actually just 1 more time, because we count this as your first double crochet. So then we do that again, like that. Okay. Yarn over. There we go. I scoot it down to the side of the piece that we were forming. So chain 2 after those. Then we're going to yarn over and work 3 double crochets into here, into this space right here. The chain 2, the first chain 2. Alright, so insert, pull through, yarn over, pull through those 2, pull through 2 more. We got 1 left. Then we're going to yarn over again, insert the hook, pull through those 2, and pull through those 2 loops, and we end up in 1. 1 more crochet to go. 1 more double crochet. And pull through those 2. Pull through those 2. Oh, that's their chatty chat. Silly guys. These are getting along. Chain 2. Or actually, okay, so after this piece, this is the first shell done. We are going to chain one, okay? So chain one. We'll do that chain one. And then we're going to work into the next chain two space. So we chained one to form the side that we're working on. Insert through that chain two space, pull through two, and pull through two more. We got one on our hook. As you see, we are now forming the side. And we have a space here, that the chain one, chain two. Yarn over and do that two more times, or one more time after this one. See, now we got two, and we want to put another one. And over, pull through those two. Now we are going to chain two. Chain two. 1, 2, yarn over, insert into the center. Oh wait, I did the wrong one. Did you see that? Oops, I did the center. Yarn over, insert into the chain two space. Tell myself. Chain two space, not the center. So my brain gets all scattered. I don't know what to call it. Alright, so we got two. We had one more, okay? One more double crochet in that chain two space. See why they're important? Okay. And looky here, it's gotten really tight on my tension. I haven't used any more tension rings because all mine broke. Just like 3 or 4 tries of adjusting them, and it was, I don't know, they didn't like the adjusting. It wasn't fitting my finger, or having the thread go through properly because they were too tight of a ring. So you're supposed to stretch them out a little bit, and I did. I don't know, they just weren't very good. So now we're on another straight edge, so we're going to chain one, yarn over, and we're going to work into this chain two space. Yarn over, okay, for this project, we are at 28 minutes. I will probably just finish this one off and start with some of the burgundy, and then I will make the rest of these that I need and come back for another video to do the border, the outside border of my purse, the bag here, because I won't have enough time to do all that. Okay, you just pause the video if you like. You're in control. So we have our first shell going, chain two. One thing I'll have to teach you guys is the shell stitch. That's a cool one. I did teach you the crab stitch. The shell stitch is good. And the moss stitch. I was watching someone do the moss stitch on a blanket earlier. That was relatively easy. I don't have enough yarn to make a blanket, so I'm doing granny squares. That's why I haven't done a lot of my stuff. The witch I was planned on doing for Halloween. I do still have some black left. But now we're in November, which is turkey season. Thanksgiving, you know. So I was gonna explore making a turkey. I thought that'd be kind of cool. And if I feel like I can still do a witch, I can still do any of that any time of year. Just trying to be festive with my crochet. But I did make the 2 pumpkins I showed you guys, so. Okay, so now we got, hopefully that was a good view. I don't know if it was a good angle. I kind of tilted back some. So you got 30 minutes of that angle. And now however long this takes for that one angle. I really want to show you the color because it looks really cool when you have the contrast in the colors in a granny square. I like it a lot. I think we're calling this granny square season. Anytime is a good time for granny square season, especially if you're a granny like me. Which you can see all the gray in my hair, and you can know that I'll be turning 54. Okay, see that right there? It slipped out of that little piece. We don't want that hanging. Also, because if you leave that there, I notice the ones I have left there are any little tiny snags. When you frog your work, when you take it apart, you can't get it out as easily if it wasn't there. We're ending this corner with another double crochet. So then we need to pull that down, chain 2, 1, watching my favorite ghost hunters here. I like having it on when I do my work. Or sometimes I listen to Passionate Kelsey or Cinnamon Stitches in the background of my work. And all kinds of shows, of course. Me, I like the paranormal the best. That's my favorite. Any paranormal movie or any show like that. Some of them are a little, I don't know, bad acting, but I still like to hear the stories. So we are at this bar. We're going to chain 1. We've gotten this far. We're going to insert right here to join that together. Pull through. They got spooked. Let's do this again. Insert through there, yarn over, pull through that stitch. We have these 2 loops, and you can slip stitch with this one to end it, okay? Then we're going to slip stitch down to this chain 2 space. Does not want to go through. One more, I think. If we get it in that space, good. Only got the part of it. There we go. That one, yarn over. And then we pull through like this. Yep. And back through that. Make a slip stitch here. Slip through. Like so. Just don't. I'm going to cross out it again. It does not want to go. See what came up? That's not going to work. Nope. Okay, try this again here. We're in all through the center of the fibers. And do one more. Turn over, pull through 2, and pull through. Come on, guy. I want to make it looser for me. Goodness gracious. timely. Okay. Oh, I went through the same one again. What in the heck? Okay, here. I'm just gonna go to the center. I'm just gonna go to, well, it's right here. There we go. I think I found the right one. Pull through that one, and we were there. See? That's all I had to do. We were there at the corner. So now we are going to add our second contrast color. Okay. We got this piece here. This is what I do. I'm going to use this openly. I'm not going to tie it yet till the end if I decide to tie it. If I feel like it's not going to be sturdy inside the work. Okay, so chain that onto that one slip stitch you did 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Now we're going to yarn over and make a shell here in this blue. Chain 2 space. I don't know, sometimes when I work on a color for a long time, on one color only, my eyes get a little tired of the color. And then when I switch the colors, it kind of wakes me up a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to look like that. See, the contrasting looks nice. Do another shell. If you can do it on your own, that's great. Or just rewind or follow me as I do. This is a hard color to see too. I think I did a... No, that's fine. Okay. Yarn over. I think I need the fan, guys. Okay. So we're going to now... Make me eat my hair. Yarn over and pull through those 2. And we have our first shell connecting, joining the 2 colors together. 1 and 2. Chain 2, yarn over, insert. If it starts to get loose down here, I just every now and then take a pull on it, not too tight, not too loose. So. We were in the middle of yarned over with this one. See, I almost took the blue. It's granny squares, I tell you. Coming along well. I like it. Okay, so I probably won't do this whole entire piece. I'll do one round with you because it's already going on. 38 minutes. I could do another hour video. I did last time. So we did our first shell for the burgundy. I don't know if it's burgundy or wine. I'll call it wine, the wine color. Chain. So for the straight edge, we chain 1. Okay, so for this level of the rounds, we have the center is your starter point. When you've got round 1, if you want to do crochet, stitch markers, you could put one to mark your rounds. But when you have 2 different colors, it's not really that necessary. But we're going to start working it in this piece here. See this one? All through that center straight piece here. Side piece. So you yarn over after you have chained 1, insert, pull through, pull through 2, pull through 2. And yarn over again and do the same, and one more after that. So a total of 3 go into these straight edges, which I call the chain 1 space. Okay, and here you have another shell. It's just not a corner shell, it's a straight edge shell. Okay, so straight edge shell. So we are going to chain 1 again because our edges are getting bigger, sides are getting longer. We work into that chain 2 space. 2. We're going to do the usual corner routine. So far I have done 3 double crochets for this corner, and I scoot it down like that, and then I chain 2 and I insert into that chain 2 space as well. Chain, and then double crochet 1, double crochet 2, double crochet 3, okay? And we are back to a straight edge. See, it's relatively just easy because you're just repeating the pattern for this particular granny square. So chain 1 again. Always chain 1 on your edge piece, straight edge piece. Chain 2 for your corner. We work up 3 more double crochets into this space, okay? Two and 3. And you got 3 there. Let's see, good. 2 good there. Okay, chain 1. Now we are going to do your corner, okay? So, first 3 double crochets. One double crochet, 2 double crochet, three double crochet, and we have this going on so far. Chain 2 for that, 1 and 2, and I need to pull off some more yarn. Okay, so then we're almost to we are halfway done with that. Let the yarn fall. Never pull tight when you have a loose yarn like that. Oh, because I have it connected to the blue still, it's gonna be going like that into each other. I think I'm gonna cut it. That's what I did last time. When you work with 2 colors, it's hard to keep them from intertwining. So for this particular one, I'm just going to cut it like I did in the previous one. So we have our blue work here. That's the blue strand. So I'm just going to give it a cut about right here. So I have enough to work with. There. So we'll put that blue aside for now, because it's making the wine color get all tangled through each stitch I did. So oh I was like, how did that happen? So it's just a piece hanging here. Okay, so now we have to go back to what we were doing with the wine color. Oh boy, I guess I didn't get that much sleep. Yarn over, insert, pull through, and I'm very happy if you have made it this far and continue doing your granny squares. That's just awesome. And I'm here for you to learn. And there's a lot of gals out there, a lot of crocheters. I've noticed this YouTube makes you have lots and lots of choices. You teach yourself almost anything on YouTube. Okay, so got that one. Chain one. Insert. Oh wait, did I do 2 rounds of red or just 1? Hang on a sec. Oh, so check it out. There's just 1 red, 1 wine color. We're almost done with our granny square. Isn't that awesome? Okay, so now yarn over, insert with our straight piece. Now if you see this square here, and check out this one. Make it get as big as you want. Make a whole bedspread, or not tablecloth, probably too thick for that. Seat cover, anything. So, yeah, that's what's exciting about yarn, I think. It's very, very, very easy to get the hang of and fun. I find it fun. A lot of people do. And some people are like, that's not for me, but that's okay. Chain 1 again, yarn over, and we have our last corner. Yarn over, insert to that chain 2 space, make your 3 double crochets. And more going, 3 with half of that set. Chain 2, 1 and 2, yarn over, insert back into there, chain 2 space, like we did, 1 and 2 loops, 1 double crochet, and another 2 more to go. Birdies are happy today. They're not fighting. That's cool. Mommy's happy. Budgie, budgie, budgie. I think they're enjoying their being brothers. Okay, so we have 1 more space here to work into. Okay, so we chain 1, and we're going to do 3 double crochets. Alright, so we got 3, and we're done with this piece. I think for the heck of it, I can just show you how I sewed it on. So I'm not going to go through all of them with you. That'll be too much. But you could do those in your own time. I need to get this piece out of my way here. Sometimes you can weave in your ends when you're right when you're done, but I get too lazy. That's their talking. That's how they talk to each other. I like to know what they're saying. And now that I'm around my birds much more, I think that it's really cool how they use their senses, their sight and their smell. Not necessarily smell, but smell's gonna be there unless you're me and I don't have a smell anymore. But they take their eye, and because they're kind of on the side, you know, and they're like just looking for their food, looking at me, look for their water. So I feed them and they're happy. Of course, I do that pretty much every day, every other day. depending on how much they eat. Some days they don't eat as much, so I change their water every day. Unfortunately, what is it? Kiwi sits there on top of that water, so I have to scrub their water with hot, soapy water and rinse very well. So we are joining our last piece here. Yay, we did it. Awesome, guys. I don't like that piece. I'm going to do it this way. Sometimes I do this one, sometimes I'll do that one. And there we have a completed tiny or smaller granny square. Just kind of shape it when you're done. See, that's the back. That's all the work you're going to have to weave in. It was worth it. Okay, so I have to weave in these ends. It could be in there pretty well anyway. No, I haven't done that piece here. And so let's see here. Once I cut on it, I need to see how much do I got hanging here. I started the process of, which is going to be a mess if I'm not careful. This process of it. Okay, so shake it and it will come out. How much time do I got here? 52 minutes already. Well, I think I'm going to make that another video, a separate video of joining these. I will complete my rest of them and find out if I have enough glue, which I know I don't, to finish these, unfortunately. So I think what we're going to do is, this will be the top of the bag. I was going to have these all the way through to the bottom and other side. But, yeah, it's not going to work. So we're going to do one here. So I think there could be enough for, maybe there's enough for this side, but there won't be enough for the bottom, I'm pretty sure. So I'll just do all the wine color in the bottom. I think that would look really cute. Yeah, so. Alright, guys. Chirpy's in there. Having a good hair day, except for the wind. So here we go here. So yeah, we did the 6mm hook and the, pretty sure it's the 3.0 for the small granny squares, and 3.5 I think was for the stitching of this. You can use whatever you feel like doing, what you feel like, what you vision. Okay, so here we have our completed, almost complete granny square bag. Alright, thanks guys, and please like, subscribe, and share my channel. It's Zenful Crochet, because it's, once you start learning it, it really is very zenful and tranquil and peaceful, and it just takes your mind off all what you need it to take off. We'll go that side, this one, and we'll have a handle. And I was also thinking about making even smaller granny squares for the handle, but that might be too much. So probably just a regular, hopefully there's enough wine to do that handle as well. We'll see how the sides turn out. See how the sides turn out with these granny squares. And then I'll debate on what kind of handle to make for this bag. Alright guys? Alright, you have a good one, and I'll see you in the next. Bye for now.